Hello and welcome to the American International School of Bolivia brief tutorial video on interpreting student MAP scores. Here we have a sample MAP student progress report that should look just like your students, except obviously that your student will have their name and also the American International School of Bolivia. The first thing that we're going to look at is what exactly it is that we are assessing students on. First area is mathematics, second area is reading, and the third area is language usage. The way that language usage and reading differentiate, you can see in these strands down here. So when students take the reading test, they are tested on word meaning and recognition, literal comprehension, application of thinking skills, and literary expression. When they take the language usage MAP test, they are being assessed on writing process, basic grammar usage, and mechanics of reading and writing. The next thing we're going to look at is the season and the year. And the students' most recent test dates will be at the top, and the further back will be at the bottom. S refers to spring, W refers to winter, and F refers to fall. Then right next to it you have the grade the student was in when they took the assessment. Next we have the student's RIT score, and that is the score that they get for that test. And as it says over here, it is an equal interval scale that measures the learning that students have achieved overall in that area. Then we also have the RIT range, because none of these scores are absolutely certain. If a student were to take this test over and over and over again, they would probably not get the same score. However, they would, with a fair amount of certainty, not score below a 203 and would not score above a 209. So that tells you what range your student is in. Next, we also have the student percentile. The student percentile is a way to compare your student to other students in the same grade who took the same test the same term. And so, for example, here the student scored better than 46% of their peers. Another comparative tool that we have is the district average rate. And so again, the same students in the same grade in the same testing window scored an average, in this case, of 212. And so you can see how far high or below the average your student is. Then we also have the student typical growth. So again, that would mean that all students who, for example, took the test in winter of 2004 and received a 221 would grow on average by 4 points. And so you can also not only measure where your child is, but how quickly or how slowly they are progressing in relation to others who start out at their same score. We also have the goal performance, and those show their performance in the strands. What are the strands? Well, the strands are each of these areas that students are being assessed on. And so you can see, for example, in this student compared to other students who took that test were average in word meaning and recognition. But compared to other students, they were low in literal comprehension and low in application of thinking skills and higher average in literary expression. And so when helping your student at home to learn and improve on their skills, you can look at the strands and how well they're doing in each strand and think about which areas you want to work with them on. Then finally, we have the Lexile range. And the Lexile range refers to the complexity of the stories or the complexity of the reading. That means how difficult is the vocabulary, how complex are the sentences, how complex is the structure of the reading. And so that can help you determine what books you should be reading at home, what books your child can read at home by themselves. And that is going to help them make sure that they are not reading anything that is too easy, but also not reading material that is going to frustrate them. And there are many resources online that will show you the Lexile ranges of different books and also show you the reading levels of different books, and oftentimes those reading levels can be related back to the Lexile range. I hope that this video has been helpful. Of course, if you have any additional questions about your student score and how to interpret your student score, you can feel free to, if you are teaching a child in elementary or are a parent of a child in elementary or are a child in elementary, you can refer to Ms. Paula Villarreal, the elementary director. And if you are in secondary or looking at the data of the secondary student, please feel free to refer yourself to the secondary director, Mr. Carl Lander. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.